So
do you
point
want
of
to be
order?
escorted out of here? Do you want to be escorted out
You're
of here?
violating
or are you
my
gonna
First
stop
Amendment rights.
Talking.
This woman was stopped during public comment, pulled out of a city council meeting, and arrested. It happened last year. It was a big deal then. It made national headlines, and it's why the city of Surprise is now facing a lawsuit. Across the country, there's been a lot of debate about free speech right now.
That's why ABC15 Chief Investigator Dave Biskuping decided to go back and dig into this case. Tonight, Dave sits down with that woman for her first in-depth TV interview. He also got new video and new documents.
So I'm going to take this time.
Rebecca Massie is still making sense of what happened after she walked up to this podium.
Is it kind of hard to believe what happened and where we're at now?
I honestly don't have words to describe it, to be honest, because I know that it happened, but it still seems very fake. It can't be real life.
For much of last year, she was a fixture at city council meetings, often speaking and criticizing officials.
So you were well known to them?
Yes.
And on this day, the mayor seemed ready.
There are numerous public records requests that I have open right now that are, quote, pending legal review that I am entitled to request.
I've got to interrupt you here because...
Okay, are you going to stop the timer?
This is the public meeting forum that you agree to when you speak, and I want to read this to you, that there are oral communications during the city council meeting may not be used to lodge charges or complaints against any employee of the city or members of the body, regardless of whether such person is identified in the presentation by the name or by any other reference that tends to identify him or her.
That's all fine, well and good, but that's a violation of my First Amendment rights.
So this is your warning, okay?
A warning for what?
A warning for attacking the city attorney personally.
This is all factual information.
It doesn't matter.
For the next minute, they argued about the policy. Rebecca repeatedly telling him it's unconstitutional.
Chief, could you have somebody come down here and escort Ms. Massie out of
Really,
this
is that necessary?
chamber? Yes, I think it is.
In front of my 10-year-old daughter, you're going to escort me out for expressing my First Amendment rights.
She can go with you.
I'm not leaving.
Well,
I need you to step out with me.
No.
Okay.
I'm expressing my first. Do not touch me. Do not put your hands on me.
Can you just step out with me right
Do
now?
not put your hands on me.
Come on out.
Do not put your hands on me.
Come out with me now before you get arrested. Do you understand?
Are you detaining me?
Yes. Do you understand?
Why am I being detained? Under what charges? Under what charges?
Was any of this necessary? Anything that happened?
No.
How much time do you get to speak at a city council meeting?
3 minutes, and I had just under 60 seconds left. So literally all the mayor needed to do was shut up for less than a minute, and I would have been out of his hair.
Rebecca was arrested, taken to a police holding facility, then released. She was charged with trespassing. 2 months later, a judge dismissed the charge, and his ruling was scathing. Quote, "No branch of any federal, state, or local government in this country should ever attempt to control the content of political speech. In this case, the government did so in a manner that was objectively outrageous."
Do you want to be escorted out
You're
of here?
violating my First Amendment rights.
Talking.
They are so bold to be so wrong.
Well, I think both the video and the policy itself are both shocking.
Attorney Adam Steinbaugh is with FIRE, the Foundation for Individual Rights and Expression. They're part of the legal team that's picked up Rebecca's case, and they filed a lawsuit against the city.
When it comes to First Amendment type cases, would you say this is about as clear cut of one as it gets?
I think you can watch the video, and if you don't come away from that thinking, this is a violation of the First Amendment, then maybe you don't know what the First Amendment means or don't care.
In their lawsuit, they cite an internal video recorded by Police Chief Benny Pena days after the arrest. He praised what they did.
What happened last week in a council meeting resulted in what I think everybody in the world is calling an illegal arrest and a violation of someone's First Amendment rights. That's clearly not what we're about, and that is not what happened. Officer Shornikoff, acted with absolute speed to carry out the mission as directed that evening.
If that is the mission of your police department, if that is the culture of your police department, then you need to do a real gut check.
Now, here's a story we exposed about Surprise 2 years ago.
Next week, the city's set to bring in fired former prosecutor April Sponsel to train officers on how to testify.
If that name rings a bell, it's because we've reported on her a lot.
Sponsel worked with Phoenix police to invent a gang, then falsely charged protesters as members of that fake gang. It was an attack on the First Amendment that snowballed into one of the biggest police scandals in Valley history. Surprise's decision to host April Sponsel makes sense to Rebecca's attorneys.
If suppressing people's speech is part of their mission, then I'm not surprised.
And it's not just Rebecca and her attorneys pushing for answers. We obtained letters showing the conservative legal group Judicial Watch also requested that the state police board investigate the chief for violating Rebecca's rights. Quote, "The footage clearly shows that the arrest of Miss Massie involved Pena, and the arrest was based on Pena's orders to patrol officers."
So we'll pause it
This
there.
is where it gets really hard.
Yeah, I understand. We'll pause it there.
Rebecca didn't want to watch the video of her arrest with us, but looking back, she does wonder if it was planned.
I need you to step out with me.
I would be remiss if I didn't have to unfortunately admit that that was a possibility and a very distinct one. Was this not only pre-planned for the mayor to confront me, but did they go in knowing that force was a possibility?
For the city of Surprise, do you feel like there's been any accountability so far?
Absolutely not.
I'm investigator Dave Biskuping, ABC 15, Arizona.